Hello guys, Sergrandalot here. Today we go on an adventure together, the adventure being a chaos run, during which I will talk a bit about my thought process in regards to how I choose this, meaning the tier of the save data, as well as the team composition, as well as decision that I make through the run. And if everything goes well, meaning that I can make it past the first boss with a save file that looks decent, the video is probably going to be somewhere between the 20 and 30 minute mark, mostly me talking nonsense. So if you're looking for like a secret illegal tech video with the spreadsheets and stuff like that, no, please leave a like, a comment and subscribe for my honesty, so that I'm not baiting you into looking for that kind of stuff. If you want to enjoy the ride with me, let's start it. The reason why I decided to go for tier 15 is mostly for Veronica. Reason being that for Veronica, I want a save file that has 4 Divine Epiphanies on repose, the card that allows us to draw cards. Can we see it from here? Maybe. Yes, okay, perfect. The save file that I want has no basic cards, any Epiphany on firing preparation is irrelevant. Basically any Epiphany on Pendant of Resolution, basically, it's almost irrelevant. And then I want to remove Kowalski and Bombardment Trap. Pendant of Resolution, the Epiphany is what will determine whether the save file is good for pretty much any character, or if it's especially exceptional for Meilin. So I'm going to keep Pendant of Resolution during the run, regardless of how it goes, just because if he gets the correct Divine Epiphany, then maybe I will keep the save file, just not for general use, but for Meilin. In particular, can we see the Epiphanies here? Yes. In particular, this one, the version that has Retrieve, is exceptional for Meilin decks, so if during the run we hit this Epiphany, the one on the right, with a good Divine modifier, like action points or whatever, then, we will have to build Veronica for that. But what I'm interested in the most is this Epiphany, generating 1 action point, or also draw a card. Both of those would be fairly decent. Or, it can be this one, the one in the center, being cheaper. She has quite a few options for good Divine Epiphanies on repose. The problem is hitting one, because I don't have a good save file for her yet this season. For Narya, I've already shared with you my build for her, and I have a very good save file, but I would like to have one specifically for 9 and Amir. And for 9 and Amir, we want a very unusual Epiphany here, which is this one, on Bottomless Hunger, increasing defense-based damage, and I do not have it on Narya's general use save file. So, depending on how the run goes, let's say that I get excellent Epiphanies for Veronica, then I will focus my run on her in terms of gear, events, and stuff like that. If I do get that Epiphany for Narya and I get to duplicate it and everything is looking good, then I will be working on Narya's save file. So I decided to go for this team, because there are 2 characters that can benefit from save files. And of course, Serenial is going to be the Omega carry. I decided to go specifically for 15, because if for example, on Veronica, I want to remove 5 cards and have 4 Divine Epiphanies in the save file, we need quite a lot of points. So we activate Trauma Mode, and we enter. And I don't want to see this for a week. Now there is going to be a cut, because I'm going to reroll the meeting with our god friend until I get a decent blessing. Alright, after a few rerolls we got the best blessing possible, and I'm looking for save files either for Narya or Veronica, but Veronica is my main focus, so I will be removing 2 cards from her. Usually I would really like to remove Magnetic Field, because it's a completely dead card, but it is what it is. We go this way and see what the map has prepared for us. Okay, we got this one at the very beginning, which could be useful. We get an epiphany on it that could decide which way we set up our run. I do not care about any neutral cards for them, so I will not be picking it up because it could steal one of the events, like, oh, a random card gets a divine epiphany, oh, that piece of garbage. Okay, so let's see how things go. I kinda like a lot these events, you know, the question mark events, because there are some really great ones in terms of activating epiphanies and copying and all the sort of good stuff. And neither for Naria nor for Veronica I care about the arena, so I will be skipping it. And by the looks of it, I kinda like a path that allows me to hit these 2 events at the very end. I can actually hit 3 events. Wow, this is very convenient. It's event, elite, event, elite, event. Need to pick up a little bit of gear along the way. I can remove another card here, hitting another shop. So we definitely go top. And... Okay, well, we definitely go top. I'm debating whether I want to hit the rest area just to fill up my hit points, or whether I want to go to the combat. I will probably end up going to the combat, but we shall see. Wait, I have something to use. Oh, that one got obliterated then. GG. GG to you as well. Well, RIP. This is the joy of having an Omega cracked build for Serenial. She just makes things so smooth. Even in this, you know, chaos season that doesn't really fit her very well. I think I will go top, yeah. I will go top. Oh no, this is S. I think I will get... I could get this one and throw it away. No! Really? Why has God forsaken me? Okay. It's a piece of garbage equipment. So what I'm going to do is extract just to have some extra cash. Because we're going to hit quite a few shops along the way. So anytime that I get the chance to throw away a piece of garbage in exchange for cash, I think I will gladly do it. Repose, please. Repose, let's go. None of them is going to attack, so let's just draw. And then let's do this. And we attack this fool. In terms of difficulty, the new season doesn't feel like it has much difference compared to season 1. What is annoying me about it is how polarizing the new mechanics are. Because they released 9, and all the new mechanics really benefits 9 and characters like 9. Okay. Well, let me think. If I do end up having a chance at a good Amir file, non-Novizir is very interesting. Yeah, non-Novizir is good for that kind of save file. Yeah, I think I will just pick this up then. It looks like it will not be a good Narya save file for Amir and 9, so I will just focus. I will just keep making progress with the thought in mind that the run is for Veronica. And those mechanics are extremely polarizing for 9, especially. They also benefit a lot characters like Beryl and Haru, but you know, that means that all the other characters that rely on multi-hits and have a lot of attacks each turn, they don't benefit at all from this. And so there is a really huge gap in performance between those characters and the others. And it's not that it's a little bit better, like it feels like actually playing different games. I mentioned this in the 9, well, not really showcase, the 9 talk video, and I kinda complained about it, that if you have a perfect 9 team with the perfect support, you can dish out numbers that no other character can. within a reasonable amount of turns. Because of course if you grind for 95 turns stacks for Kizuru is going to deal billions of damage, but that's not life. Like, you're just staying in front of a... not terrible. In front of the monitor wasting time so that on turn 127 you can be like, yeah, I dealt a lot of damage, but that's not the game. I definitely want to go up. I think I will hit the elite just to pick up some more gear. But this elite is a little bit of a bummer to face. This is a dead card, RIP. Let's repose. Yeah, that's a bit better. What you got for me? Okay, I like this one in general. Because when I can, with the Serenial, I always go for a laser spam build. And so when I can get the Epiphany, that gives me an extra 60% damage on lasers, it always makes me happy. Unfortunately, that build relies a lot on Shining Core, get a specific Epiphany. There are two that are okay. One is Cope, and one is Ideal. The Ideal one is the one that you keep generating lasers. And any other option is not particularly interesting. No, this is a piece of trash, can go. So, it doesn't always work amazingly well, but Serenial can carry everything, even completely naked with no gear and whatever Epiphanies. My beloved Serenial. I don't know if I can show the character screen from here. Yes, she's by far my best build character in the game. 9 is a close second now, because she's at 60, I believe, 2 crit rate and above 200 crit damage. Not as much as Serenial, but she's getting very close to her. I've been very lucky. What was it? I believe it was Monday that I farmed the fragments, and just out of nowhere I got a multitude of fragments that were absolutely bonkers for 9. And she's not even a character that I'm playing a lot, because I really have Serenial as a damage dealer that I like to use most of the time. So now I'm focusing more on other characters, and I'm guessing that eventually, when I'm done with Veronica and hopefully with the defense support setup for Narya, I will be focusing a little bit more on 9. But I like to do things one at a time. In this specific scenario, you know, I start with the idea of being able to do 2 things at a time, but eventually the run will focus on one of the 2 non-Serenial characters. It will just depend on what the RNG gods prepare for me along the ride. Well, these 2 cards don't really do much for us right now, so I will not play them just so that Dude Bro here doesn't deal too much damage to us. We can activate Peko and pass. Unfortunately, we are definitely going to take some damage this fight, but it shouldn't be too bad. This dude is pretty toxic, because virtually every team needs to use some skills, some upgrades, and things in general to set up proper turns and buffs and all the sort of good stuff. And especially at high difficulty and high levels, when it gets excessive amounts of buffs, and when it's in the shiny version, it can hit quite hard. Okay, that's a card we want to remove. This one can give it to her. She's missing a card that I want to remove, yep. Okay, so we have all the cards available for Veronica, including the other 2 that I want to remove. Now it's just a matter of finding, hopefully, the, what are they called, the Divine Epiphanies, which is the hardest part, to be honest. There are some events that you can target a character for a Divine Epiphany, some you can target a card for a Divine Epiphany, but a lot of RNG is always involved. So, the first one that I want to remove is Kowalski, because it can steal a Divine Epiphany. And RIP Kowalski. It's a very good card. It even has an Epiphany that draws 2. But it's not the focus of the save file that I want for Veronica. Now, from here, I'm leaning towards going top for event, elite, event, elite, event, and I believe here the next one is the shop right before the boss. No, the sadness lights. Sadness lights. They allows us to remove a card, which is good. It saves us some cash, and it's the last card we remove for Veronica. There we go. So, I have all the cards that I want for Veronica. Now it's a matter of finding those two epiphanies, but hopefully in the elite version, and then we can keep moving on with our life. Still not activating anything on repose. Feels bad, man. This one is attacking. Can we do anything to it? Press F to doubt. Ah, cannot even break it. Annoying. At least we give it a good hit. I don't think we can draw anything useful. Yeah. It's actually a waste of a good card to draw, so let's walk it back and end the turn. Okay, that one is good. Because the one that we kill now was not going to attack this turn, but it will be attacking now on this turn. So I can focus the damage on the first one in the line. I'm pretty sure I can kill it this turn. So before the second one acts, which is the one that is going to attack us the following turn, I think we should be able to clear anything and avoid all damage. Yeah, this is a Giga Rip for all of the floaty dude. I noticed that turn optimization can be extremely important in runs where we cannot use rest zones. Those runs can be rough, really rough, especially when you make Tulu at the wrong time, and in addition to the damage, you also need to worry about the trauma damage. Could use some extra cash. There is nothing good from this event anyway for us, so let's try to fish for extra cash. We only need a 14, I'm not... Oh! I didn't know that after... Oh, okay. I didn't know this, honestly. That after a few rerolls, this event would auto end, but it's good to know. And oh no, I've the dude again, come on. I'm not a huge fan of this guy. Let's try to throw as much damage as possible. This card could have a useful epiphany, so let's see what you get. Well, we got Mealtime. Mealtime is good. It's a good card. Stonk. I like Nari a lot. Yeah, her character, like her kit, her design, her animations, her story. I would argue that she's my favorite character in the game. Serenial has the damage dealer privilege. Like, she's always the damage dealer of my team, regardless of the team. And she's one that I use the most because she spams most of the cards each turn. Whereas Narya, there are times where she uses one card and that's about it. What we got? Oh, okay, nothing good for either of the teams that I'm working on. So yeah, it's definitely not an Arya run. Hopefully, it could be a Veronica run. This one's not a terrible card to get. There could be better options later. Now, there is a chance that one of these could be target a card with a Divine Epiphany. Let's believe it's that one. It was not this one. So we have to hope that Repose is going to trigger the Divine Epiphany during the combat with the boss, and that we get to duplicate it. Getting it to duplicate is going to be easy, because Veronica does not have many cards that can be duplicated right now. The problem is going to be see it having the Epiphany and actually getting the right one with the Divine Epiphany attached. So let's see. For other characters, I would hit the training area in this case. But specifically for Veronica, I'm not looking forward to any of the new cards, so we just move on with our life. Okay. Can we get the Epiphany on Repose? Let's see. We get nothing on hand, nothing in the deck. Feels bad, man. Because of that, this run is going to end and we move on with our life. Feels bad, man, but sometimes the RNG gods work in mysterious way. The setup for the run overall was perfect, but we didn't get the epiphany trigger on any of the two cards that could have defined Veronica's run. So what happens in this kind of scenario is I still have the save file here, the save file, the trauma thingy available, and we just try again. A few rolls later we got to this. The increased stress is slightly annoying, but, you know, still better than keep rolling until we hit the HP reduction. Let's give it another shot. Now, if this is another failure... oh, nice, repose right from the start. It means that it's just not a good day for for Veronica, and I will probably give it a break and focus on some other character that I want to build. The beauty of the Narya Serenial duo is that it's the best damage dealer in the game and on my account, and a very, very good support, meaning that the third character can be pretty much anyone. So even if I want to build, let's say, Kizuru as a main damage dealer, I can do it. I can just bring her with me, with her extremely mid build, and she can be carried. At the top, I see 3 events, 2 elites, but no shop. The bottom has 1 fewer event, but we get to hit a shop. Then, no matter what, we hit an event here, then we can keep going. This part is a bit rough. We may be able to unlock some epiphanies here, but we're missing out on all the events unless we go top and then we go down again. It's very annoying we do not have any event here right before the shop. And I do not want to go to that one. So I believe we go top, then we slide down, and then we try to hit some events, and we will see what we get. Although if we go bottom, we skip 1 rest area, we get combat, event. It's not bad now that I look at it. Basically just doing a mostly straight line. Like combat, event, and then just go straight until the very end. We hit a few events, a shop. It doesn't look ideal. It doesn't look ideal in general as a path, but for this map in particular, it looks fairly solid. So let's see if we can get anything good done. Come on, don't be left at 17. Okay, thank you. I would have been very triggered if it was left at 17 HP. Okay, let's keep going. There is something to be said about hitting a few rest areas when we have so much stress, just because if we meet Cthulhu, bad things can happen. Very, very bad things can happen. I had a couple of runs that were... I didn't fail them, but one of them in particular turned out to be extremely difficult because Cthulhu decided that Serenial had to be the one to take the stress every single turn, and she panicked, and my other characters, they don't really deal that much damage, and I had a very bad time trying to stay alive while Serenial was recovering. So I think with these modifiers, since they're pretty easy, I'm willing to take some risk. Let's get another epiphany for her. Kowalski! Similar strat to the run of the first half of the video. Just it's going to be a completely different map, so we will see what the game has prepared for us. Disappointment, joy, a bit of both, who knows? It's the beauty of roguelike games. Each run is different, and I'm also preparing a video. I'm working on the script right now about my favorite games ever, and I was noticing that basically 1/3 of them are relatively recent roguelike games. Just because they had so much variety to games that It's a genre that I found myself enjoying a lot over the course of the years. I will not spoil what they are. You will have to watch the video. But there's a lot of roguelike games. Not Chaos Zero Nightmare. It's still not part of the Gotha of... really? The card that I want to remove? Fine. Of the Gotha of games that I would consider my favorites ever. But if someone asks me favorite game of 2025, I would 100% pick Chaos Zero Nightmare. 2026 just started. The game was released last year, so you know it would be a little bit cheating. But if only Slop is released in the coming months, then I could definitely consider Chaos Zero Nightmare being my favorite game of 2026 as well. Let's dump it. Let's get some cash. Was there an option that gave us more cash than that? It's possible, but I'm talking nonsense, so I didn't even notice it. Here I believe I need to pay attention to avoid being baited by going up, and we just proceed with our strat of going straight. Mostly cheap stuff, so let's do this. There aren't really many games that I'm looking forward to play this year, in terms of new releases in particular. There is a sort of remake, sequel of a Heroes of Might and Magic franchise. It looks great. It looks really, really great, and there is a demo available. I will have to wait and see the finished game. The name is actually Heroes of Might and Magic something like Reborn, Redux, whatever, something like that. It looks very interesting, because the Heroes of Might and Magic franchise is one that, back in the day, when the very first games were released, I kinda was interested in trying it. But I was busy with the school, sports, and playing other games, and when I looked into it and at how deep the gameplay was, I thought, man, I do not have time to try this. And then there was Heroes of Might and Magic 2, and 3, and 4, and when I got the time to actually try it, I was like, man, I don't want to play number 3, 4, whatever, without having any idea about number 1. I would like to know what's going on with the franchise. Oh, no Divine Epiphany. R.I.P. R.I.P. Let's restart it very quickly. And it was a very dumb decision back then, because there is no connection between the games. You can play Heroes of Might and Magic 4 without having ever tried Heroes of Might and Magic 3, which is something that I've done in recent years. Let's not re-roll off screen. Maybe the game doesn't want us to remove 2 cards. Maybe we pick a different thing and we get the correct play. Oh, okay. Never mind. I've recently played Heroes of Might and Magic 4 on GOG. And fantastic game. It's one of my biggest regrets, because if I think about myself 20 years ago, maybe 30? Man, it was released a very long time ago. I think it was the late 90s. I can tell that it was a game that I would have loved back then if I had the chance to, you know, devote some time to it, because that game is very deep. It has a lot of depth to it, and unfortunately I never got the chance to. Oh no, we cannot. Oh, we can by going up there. Okay, we can skip the skipperoni thing. And now that a new one is being released, and the visuals are more beautiful, the gameplay is being slightly updated, and all this sort of stuff, I do believe that I will give it a try. I don't know how much time I will spend on it, or whether I will make content for it. It just depends on how much I like it and how much I play it and all the sort of stuff. Because, you know, the demo has quite a few things that you can do, but how is the finished game going to be? Is it going to have a crazy amount of single player replayability, or is it going to be a bit limited in single player and you need to rely more on multiplayer to enjoy it? And I don't really do multiplayer stuff. I'm too old for that. I want to sit at the computer, press a button and start to play. So games that offer me a single player PvE offline or online, doesn't matter. Experience, I'm happier to try them than online games that require other people. Getting a stalk of life at the very beginning is something that has happened to me almost every run, and it never works well. But I will 100% try it. Like, 100%. It's as if one day there was a Lords of the Realm redone. I'm honest to God. If someone, any developer, made a Lords of the Realms redone, and it was a Lords of the Realm 2 with updated graphics, improved gameplay, better AI, but it was the same game, just improved, I may take a week off from work. If it was true to the spirit of Lords of the Realm 2. I'm sure it would be a piece of garbage, and it would be a Lords of the Realm free follow-up, a game that no one liked. But if there was a Lord of the Realm 2 remake, that game, I loved it so much. I think that everyone has, at some point in life, played games that were not good by overall general metrics, but sometimes somehow they found a very special place in people's hearts, and for me that one was Lord of the Realm 2 by far. And the interesting thing is that the people who played it back then, the game was released in 1997, 8, thereabouts. The people who played it and enjoyed it back then still have fond memories of it, and very often they will buy it on GOG just to play it again. What you got here for me? Not my favorite epiphany, but okay. At least for Veronica it's going to help. Here we go. This is not an easy choice. I think... man, this is really annoying. I'll go with this one, which is not good. This run is probably another dud, unless we get the perfect epiphany on repose. Perfect epiphany on repose being that if repose gets the 0 cost generate 1 action point, this could be a save file that is ideal for most of the characters and also usable for Meilin. Because for Meilin you would really like this one to cost 0, so that you can spam it 4 times in a turn to generate extra stacks of Meilin's nonsense, and she can hit 1,000,000 times. If this one is free and generates 1 action point, it's not the same, but they can work out well together. And it would mean that I could have a single save file that does a bit of everything. It's not ideal, a bit like Naria's save file that she's using right now. Not ideal for anyone in particular, but very usable for a multitude of characters. So I would be okay with that. Let's stick with that epiphany and see if Veran can get some nice surprise for me. I have not completed any run today, like not here, now that I'm recording, and not off the screen while I was playing by myself. Really not a particular amazing day for runs in Chaos Zero Nightmare for me. Even last night. I'm recording this in the afternoon, but last night I had the same issue. I complained about it on Discord that I got a borderline ideal setup for Serenial and Naria in no time, essentially on day 1 of Season 2, and Veronica, it's run after run of sadness and disappointment. You know, it's average, it's fine, but I don't know, combat and get an epiphany. Nah, let's do this. So I can get some cash. I'm a bit of a broke boy, as the cookie chick would say. I don't remember the name of the lady who made fun of people who couldn't afford her cookies. I'm not really much into the the content creator YouTuber drama And more often than not, when YouTube suggests me a channel that that covers the drama, I instantly hover on the do not recommend the channel and I move on with my life. Just because it's content that I never enjoy watching. So sometimes I may hear something about it, I may hear info, stuff like that. You know, watch a short clip on Reddit for the lulz. But in general, it's all stuff that I avoid, especially when it comes to gacha games, because content creator covering drama about gacha games is like a plague on mankind. I really don't understand how people can do that and stay healthy from a mental point of view. It sounds absolutely dreadful. Like working in a mine would probably be better for the well-being of those people, if you can call them people. Let's see. Well, I think we're killing very easily the one that was going to attack this turn. We're doing a very good amount of clearing, so that is going to be... Oh, wait, no, I think it was dead! It is what it is. Oh my god, we're taking so much damage. No, mistakes were made. R.I.P. team, R.I.P. Oh! Is that run dead? Oh! Oh! Oh, that's a very good epiphany, actually. That's a very, very good epiphany to get. It's not as good... Like, for me, zero cost, get one action point, is the best epiphany in the game for Veronica, for Repose, because it's extremely versatile. It works for pretty much every combatant in every team. But if we talk about pure value, getting 2 cards that are discounted by 1 action point is better than generating 1 action point. The problem being that sometimes you have combatants that have a lot of cards that cost 0 and you don't care about discounting them. But in general, this is a fantastic epiphany to get. So I'm really, you see, feels bad, man. Like, very often I will be playing Veronica in a team that has Narya, and Narya has a multitude of cards that cost 0. So there will be many occasions during which that epiphany is a little bit of cope, but there will also be many other occasions during which that epiphany is better than generating an action point. So if I could actually get a save file with 4 copies of that, I would be... oh, yeah! Happiness for seeing grind a lot at last. Would it be good for Waterface 9? Well, I don't think I will be playing Veronica for with 9, so it is what it is. Let's decrease the cost. Let's spam some random nonsense. Not that we can do much this turn. That card is so silly. But I learned today that if you discount it, it comes back and it's discounted. Nice. Oh no, I should have played it one more time. Whatever, it is what it is. Give me the upgrade. We got the right upgrade. Okay, that is going to make the run even easier, which is something that I wholeheartedly approve. That one for me is the best epiphany for general use. And again, I often mention this term, general use, because there are sometimes that you're looking for a very specific setup for a team or for a combatant, and that specific setup, you need a card with a specific epiphany, and another combatant with a card with a specific epiphany. A bit like in the intro when I told you that I want a setup for Narya that is good to support Amir and 9, and it relies on Narya having a specific epiphany. And other situations are good for general use, and so far it's looking good. So far it's looking good. Let's see how we go. Pretty optimistic, pretty optimistic. Well, this is a piece of garbage. Do I want to remove... Is there any need to remove it? Actually not. I just have one more card to remove from her and then we're done. So I will not even be needing much cash from here until the end of the run. Do I want to do... Yeah, I want to do shop. I want to do shop. I want to do shop to rest here. Remove some stress, because Serenial at high stress is the only thing that can potentially be a disaster for the run. I will be getting rid of bombardment prep for now. And we move on. It's literally the only thing that can go wrong. Like, a regular fight, suddenly there is Tulu. Tulu triggers Serenial Trauma, and GG, it's over. That is literally the only thing that can break the run. Don't really care about more epiphanies. Maybe some cash can be useful. I want to remove a card, so... Another shop. Don't really need to do meditation right now. It's something that I may think about later, but it is what it is. Reason being, where is her with her cards? Visp, Pendant of Resolution. The thing that I mentioned earlier. If I wanted a save file specific for teams with Serenial, I would prefer Pendant of Resolution to have one of the... Well, not one of... the upgrade epiphany, the one that is unique, so that you get it, you play it, it's done. It's no longer in the deck, and Serenial will have an easier time cycling through her cards. But by keeping this card in the save file, I can also use this file for someone like Melin. And still recovering from the cold that I got almost a month ago, by the way. I find it a better value for my time, because I want to build multiple characters, so rather than having two separate save files for Veronica, I would prefer to have one save file for Veronica that is good for many characters, and then one save file for, I don't know, well, I will need to build Meilin, and then someone else, and someone else, and so on and so forth. Then, if 1 month from now I'm set with everyone, I will be like, oh, let's build another save file for Veronica. Let's be some meta dudes. I'm not very meta, by the way. If I wanted to be full meta slave, I will be basically focusing exclusive on 9 and dumping pools on the standard banner, trying to get what's her face, or Leia, so that I can do the showcases for millions of damage. Oh my god, fuck. Dead cards upon me. Man, we're not even breaking it. Oh, okay, we can break it like this. Better value of my time. Thank you, Serenial. I like her a lot. I really hope I will manage to win her acrylic standard figure. It would make me so happy. But even Naria's would be great. It's just that the image that they used for Naria is the image in her character screen. I like her in her chibi form, and I like her more in the arc when she looks more like in her cuter, shy self. And of the two acrylic figures, I would vastly prefer Serenia. Hopefully I will win both. Who knows? How are you alive at 85 points? How could you do this to me? There we go. Counterattacked to death. Okay. Let's copy the thing that we want to copy. There we go. Double repose with discounts. When there are... this one actually works in a different way. It actually works in a different way. I read something on Reddit about this one. I don't know if by itself or combined with one of the arena buffs, and it's either bugged or doesn't work in the way that it's described. But regardless of that, it's a new thing, it's a shiny toy, and I don't really care about Veronica's damage. So, you know, it is what it is. All of these are awful. It's over. It's so over. I don't want the arena. I mean, if I have to go through the arena, I will go to the arena and I will give the blessing to someone else. But I really don't care about hitting the arena. Here I really want to hit as many of these as possible because I want the copy event. It looks like... well, it's... can get 2, can get 2, can get 3, can get 3, can get 3. This way we can get 4, this way we can get 4. We can get 5, we can get 6. I think we can get 7 going that direction. 1. Oh, but that one is an arena, so it makes no difference. So pretty much, no matter where we go, we're going to hit 1, 2. Either of these we are at 3, either of these we are at 4, and then we are at 5. You know, 6. Yeah, fine. So we go bottom, rest, bottom, and then we go from there. Yeah, looks fine. Looks fine. Now it's all in the hands of the RNG gods. Like, can I get 4 copies overall of Repose, or are we stuck at 3? Oh no! I do not have space for a Divine Epiphany. Which one is it? Well, the Divine Epiphany itself is S. Either of the two, Enhance and Giant. I think for general use, Giant is usually better. So I will stick to that one. Yeah, unfortunately no space on the save file if we do get the 4 copies. With max removal and 4 copies of the Divine Epiphany, that's pretty much it for Veronica. Let's see. 1 discount. Why didn't we... I will need to check the recording of this because it looked like a scam to me. Why didn't we get a discount on that? Is it because it has an epiphany? And so the game doesn't know how to discount a card that is going to morph into something else? It's possible, but still it feels like a scam. Okay, let's Giga buff our giant ballista. Oh, I think that's the maximum. Yeah, it's maximum. Let's just get rid of it. Boom! Oh my god, that hit pretty hard. I'm sorry, Veronica, I wasn't familiar with your game. I'm actually very familiar with your game, I'm just... you know, quoting Shaq is always a good thing to do, on a daily basis. You should be quoting a Rocky movie, Shaquille O'Neal, and then a politician that you like. Everyone likes different politicians, so you can pick whoever triggers you the least. Because more often than not we pick politicians, not because we like them, but because they trigger us less than the other option. Let's see. Anyone attacking? Not really. Wow, they're being very peaceful guys. I appreciate it. We want to make the fight quicker using AoE. I think there is no need. They're basically dead next turn by simply passing, I think. Just do this to heal up, and we can pass. Yep. GG, Veronica! Giant Ballista is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. There are some odd setups with other kinds of ballistas, but personally I would always pick the... what? Oh no, it's not a copy. I would always pick either the Giant or the Enhanced. Enhanced is the one that gets a ton of extra crit rate. But the... oh, nice. Is it nice? Yeah, it's nice. But the Giant one is very good for general use. We go top. We skip the event arena. Wait, did it? Oh no, we discarded her ballista. Feels bad, man. Feels so mega bad, man. Feels extremely bad. I didn't notice it. I wasn't paying attention at all, to be quite frankly with you. Should be that though. I think I saw the death animation. Yeah. Did you take damage? No, we're... I'm really concerned about Serenia's stress. Really concerned. Are you Cthulhuing me? No, okay. Fine. Oh. A Cthulhu in either of those two combat areas could be so annoying. Oh, this one is actually new. Decrease the stress. Get a new can increase cash. I don't mind the stress. Is it one of those things that I should attack it because it's an achievement that I will never run into it again for 100 runs? Because I had hundreds of runs already and it's the first time I meet this dude. A loner trapped within traces of the past. I have a feeling I should attack it. You know what, loner? Next time we will have a talk about your ability to survive. But for now, I will just appreciate you reducing my stress. That's a lot of nonsense. Two in the middle are attacking, but we got the AoE Ballista, which is good. We go Ballista. This. Can we kill it? Yes. These guys do not have a lot of hit points. So that one is dead. The others I'm not sure if they're dead as well, but we shall see. Should have played that one. The Shining Core, but it's such a short fight anyway, it doesn't really matter. Oh, hello. How was the technical weakness? Fine, give me that. Oh! Oh my god. The only thing that can end my run. Literally the only thing that can end my run. Let's start with Peko. I really want firing prep on the ground. So that no matter what happens, I have some damage output on that dude. And then we go laser. Then we go with that. Only have one action point that I can use. I think we set up Shining Core. When we have Repose. Oh, fuck. Wait, why didn't get discounted? Excuse me? Oh, of one of those cards by one. I thought it was the version of both cards for one turn. If I reroll, can it hit a different card? Apparently not. Let's try again. We are at 50-50, 1 in 4. It's always the pale shooting friend. So that's a very rough turn 1. Hopefully, please don't start doing nonsense to Serenial. Oh my god, Serenial. Here, pendant. That's a very odd turn, by the way. What a bunch of nonsense. Man. No, don't do... Please, Serenial, come back online soon. Remove that from the deck. Oh no, we are stuck with one use. It has so few hit points that I think we're good. I think we're good. But still... Oh! Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Pendant. Oh my god. Okay, so it's not dead this turn anyway. Yeah, I know I've been playing for 1 hour. You're scamming me. Oh! Oh! Thank God, Serenia. Thank God. Thank God. Bit of extra damage. Yeah, I know there are no cards available, but I think at least it was damage. Oh. decrease the number of things. And this one is, when shield is green, increase damage amount of the next one attack card activated by 20% for one turn. Fuck off. This one is flashier. Let's give her that. Let me recover from a metaphysical and emotional point of view. Here, no matter what, we are facing fight event, so let's go here. Going to attack. Still alive? Really? Oh my god, I used so much stuff on it. How many points does it have left? 321. RIP, dog, you were a worthy opponent. To be honest, it was a worthy opponent. Oh, so many Serenials on screen. So glorious. We need to remove cards, increase the stress too. Fine, I can get 5. Now that we already dealt with Tulu, I don't mind building a little bit of extra stress. We give this to Serenial so she can Senmetsu a bit faster. Veil the Thorn. What the hell is Veil the Thorn? Oh, the one that has the wrong description. It's if allies do not deal damage for one turn, then at the start of the next turn increase damage amount by whatever percent. A slight mistake. A very, very minor mistake. You know, it's again one other thing that is designed for what's her face 9 and those kinds of characters. I really want to hit as many of those events as possible. If we go down, we hit 3. If we go straight, we hit 3 and a shop, which is irrelevant. If we go top, we hit 3 and a shop, which is irrelevant. Is a shop actually relevant? Yeah, I think a shop is actually relevant. The only benefit of a shop is that it's faster than a combat. It takes less time. So from a pure meta point of view of time management, it's better. Let's attack this fool. All of it was nonsense, so why not? Well, let's see what happens. Bye bye, dude. Yeah. Some cash. Not too bad, not too bad. I think that much later on in the season, I will do runs where at every event I fight just to unlock things. It's something that I did last season as well. After everything was said and done, I was doing essentially runs for the lulz, just to farm. What is it called? Currency, and to unlock things. Oh my god, it's a pretty toxic enemy. Man, I really thought that it was decrease the cost of those cards. I wonder if there is an epiphany like that, or if I'm having a stroke and it's actually not like I remember it. But still, it's a good option to have. Here. This and this. I think I'm throwing it at the little dude. Just because we're going to hit it many times. At the end of the day, the purpose of this is to kill the little dude. The big one is like whatever, it's just something in the way. Here. Bonk. Thanks for the currency. Not terrible. I will not pick it up, but sometimes when I farm save files for support characters. I always try to give them that. Oh, I think this one is the copy event. Yep. Which one is this? Increase damage amount of true cost or higher cards. Okay. Don't care. Don't care. Let me copy the thing that I want to copy. What a bummer. What an absolute bummer. I really thought that card was different than what it was. But am I having a stroke? I will need to check later. I really thought that she had an epiphany that reduced the cards of all of them, not just one. Then we can remove this one. I believe their deck is pretty much done, yeah. Cannot remove anything else from Veronica. The only thing missing for Veronica is the last copy. Let's see how many points she has. 120 out of 180. The last copy is going to be an extra 40 points. And because it's a divine, it's going to be an extra 20 points. And we are at 180. On the dot. Nice. A run that went reasonably well, apart from the Epiphany bamboozling. That I guess it's my fault. I guess it's my fault. This and this on the Doggy Master. How many hit points does he have left? Quite a lot, and he's almost broken. It's very satisfying. When she does that, it's really, really satisfying. Give me 2 cards with one of them being discounted. Actually decent. A nice AoE. We finally unlock Mealtime. And I think we Senmetsu the Doggy Master. I'm full hit points, so I don't even need to worry about things like healing, veracity, stuff like that. Just one shot of the full and move on with our life. Don't really care about any of these, but removing a card can make our run a little bit easier. Not that I'm too concerned about the last boss, but, you know, anything that helps can go a long way. Looking at the gear, would I like to change anything on her? Maybe the jewel piece? Let's see if there is any better jewel piece. It's not a bad one, the one that she has, but I don't think I will be using her in any of the teams that that rely on spore propagation. And we're basically done with the rolls. This one would not have been terrible. Could have been useful in some teams, but not even that important, so whatever. We heal up. And we say hello to Big Doggy. He looks a bit like a doggy to me. Okay, we set up Shining Core, Fiery Preparation, that thing of which I don't remember the name at all. And here. Balto. Peko. I think that's it for this turn. Yeah. I will use the the Succubus Mommy ability later when I get the chance to for sure break the dude. It's pretty good. Let me do the thing. This for extra reload. That's okay. Then we can do this Mealtime, Plasma Missile. Do I want to use this one as well? Yeah, let's use it now. Oh, that's pretty glorious. Everything lined up extremely well. Oh, right! I just realized I was missing Cobalto Light. Serena's voice actors, when she says Cobalto, always makes me happy. I don't know why. My brain releases so many endorphins. GG, my dude. Turn true. Obliterated. And we can finish Veronica's save file. Yeah. In a nearly optimal way. Nearly. Would have preferred action point. But you know, gaining shield is not even that terrible in some decks. Oh, that's why! Oh, that's why. That's why. It's the shield version. The shield version, I didn't notice it. Is it usable? I think it's usable, yeah. It's a decent save files. I can live with it. I can definitely live with it. Because I was thinking that in some teams I could use it. Oh no, we need to go to the center for her. I really don't want to burn that save file, even if it costs me a couple of crystals. Here, counseling, yeah. I'm dumping 30 crystals on that save file. Suggest a trip rather than a fight. Oh, she liked that. Change the background to a somewhere. Yeah, she's going to like it a lot. I think I already went through all of her trauma code. I've used her so much. And she knows. She knows. Oh, it was a new one, really? It was a new one. Nice. No. Here. So we got a discount on the amount of cash we paid. Now, I'm curious. I need to know. I need to know the epiphanies. Combatant, Veronica, cards, repose, epiphanies. I really thought that it was discount 2. Was it changed? Maybe it was changing the patch notes and I completely forgot about it. But in my head is decrease the cost of those cards by 1 for 1 turn. Not just one of them. Anyway, it's not terrible because there are some characters that synergize with the team in general generating shield. So, you know, it's even more versatility for my save file. So I don't mind that, to be honest. We can switch to... was it this one? Yep, it was this one. Let's equip it. Let's give it a 2-star. Yeah, and we customize it so that I know that it's the second season. I will give it a purple Eruni background. And I will put Veronica here like this, getting bullied by Melee. There we go. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! And a logo here, just to feel the emptiness and the void. This one at the bottom, like a frame. There we go. There we go. Let's save it like that. It's a good save file for a multitude of teams. It could have been better. It could have been better, but it's by far the best save file that I have right now for Veronica, so, you know, we're happy with it. We're happy with it. Anyway, much longer video than I expected. You may notice there is one missing. Yeah, it's true. I used it, I believe, on Serenia. And... but it was worth it. It was worth it. We had a nice run. I wish it was the zero cost draw to generate 1 action point. this was probably the second best alternative, and it means that I can move on building my lean. Bye guys, take care.